Good morning and welcome to the Gospel from Patmos by John Paulian, a daily devotional with everyday insights to living from the last book of the Bible. It's February 4th, and John pulls from Revelation chapter 2, verse 1. To the angel of the church of Ephesus, write, "These things are spoken by the one who holds the 7 stars in his right hand, the one who walks in the middle of the 7 golden lampstands." That Ephesus is the first church the angel addresses makes sense. If one were traveling from Patmos to Asia Minor, Ephesus would be the first of the 7 cities that one would encounter. Also, the most prominent of them. It was politically more powerful than Pergamos and more favored than Smyrna with regard to the cult of emperor worship. Symbols of the civil religion filled the city. Augustus, who reigned from 27 BC to AD 14, had allowed Ephesus to build temples in his honor, although he himself did not care for emperor worship. Domitian, AD 81 to 96, proclaimed the city the foremost center of the imperial cult in Roman Asia. Also, it became renowned for the worship of Artemis, Acts 19 verses 23 to 40, the practice of magic verses 13 to 19, and its large Jewish community verses 8 and 9. All of these elements would have made the book of Revelation relevant to the church of Ephesus. Shortly after the time of Revelation, the church received another letter, this time from Ignatius, the bishop of Antioch in Syria. 10 Roman soldiers had taken him into custody and were transporting him through Asia Minor to Rome, where he would die in the arena. Along the way, soldiers allowed him to meet with other Christians. One memorable encounter was the warm welcome in Smyrna from Polycarp, the leader of the local church there. We will meet him again later on in this devotional. While Ignatius was in Smyrna, 4 representatives also came from Ephesus to encourage him. They included the bishop of Ephesus, Onesimus, possibly the former runaway slave mentioned in Paul's letter to Philemon. Ignatius responded to their visit by sending a letter to the church of Ephesus. Later on, he also dispatched letters to Philadelphia and Smyrna. In his letter to Ephesus, Ignatius thanks the church for its kindness, praises its unity, and warns them to be subject to their bishop and not allow division in the church. As did John in the 3 New Testament epistles, Ignatius considered Docetism a theory that rejected the full humanity of Jesus as the greatest threat facing the church at the time. Ignatius also sent a letter to the Christians in Rome, asking them not to intercede with the emperor on his behalf. He seemed to have been almost eager for martyrdom in order that he might sooner be with Christ. In fact, he declared that if the wild beasts were not hungry, he would urge them on. While his eagerness for martyrdom may strike us as odd, his love for Jesus would have been a great model for a church that was lacking in love. Dear Lord, I too want to be faithful to you, no matter what the cost.